Good morning, my beautiful brothers and sisters in Yeshua. Today is Thursday, the 5th of June, 2025. It is 10:03 a.m. here in Australia. I hope you're doing well, and I hope you've all been blessed. Sorry, I found a sound very stuffy. I'm doing a massive house clean at the moment, and I live right next to a highway, so there's dust everywhere, and I'm just sneezing my head off. Anyway, so for the last couple of days, I've really been like in full-on research mode. It's been absolutely awesome because I haven't had that for such a long time. And just the downloads have been coming in so thick and fast. It's so exciting because I really think we're almost at the crossroads, brothers and sisters. And so I've put, as you can see up here, I've got like 34 tabs open. I've got like documents and, all the things. But what I want to do is, there's something that's really important at the moment that seems to be the main focus of what's going on in the world right now. And I've just got a few photos here to show you that it's not just one, it's lots of people and lots of countries around the world. They're seeing this red, let's see if I can zoom it in a bit. This red object entity in the sky, and it's not the sun, because when you watch these videos, people are showing where the sun's setting. Okay, so there's one, there's another one. I mean, look at that, that's just unbelievable. There's breaking news, massive red celestial object leaving Florida, residents confused. Okay, and again, all of these videos are showing with their cameras where the sun is setting and stuff like this. So this is not the sun. This one was incredible. I mean, maybe that's what it means when the what do you call it? The moon turns to blood. Anyway, the reason I bring this up, brothers and sisters, is because anybody who's been with me for a few years, or let's say 5 years or so, will know I've talked a lot about the Catholic prophecy of the 3 days of darkness, okay? And the 3 days of darkness prophecy, basically, there's an event that's going to happen, and there's going to be two celestial objects in the sky. Well, basically, we're supposed to see the aurora borealis first, and that's very interesting considering we've been seeing a lot of that, even here in Australia. Apparently in Sydney, they saw a beautiful glowing red aura, like this colour of the sun here, or planet, whatever it is. And it was just absolutely beautiful. Look it up. Was the auras? I think it was last week. But anyway, so these two celestial objects are supposed to collide in the air, and then I think on the moment of impact, basically every man, woman and child on earth will have a clear understanding of how God sees us. Like, in other words, we see ourselves as God sees us. All the bad, all the good, everything, okay? And then we all apparently have this one moment where we get given a chance to change. We can, be better, or, get on the right side of things. So basically we get a second chance, okay? And that's a beautiful thing. And so that's part of that prophecy. I think Fatima, I believe that she had this apparition, whatever, and got told that story. And the Catholic Church has held true to that particular prophecy. Anyway, the reason I bring this up is because I've always been very interested in, if you go back on my videos back in 2016, I think, very first couple of videos that I ever made, I did a whole thing on the Hopi Indian tribe, and they have their prophecy of the end times is very similar to what is literally happening right now on Earth. And so this is the story of the blue Kachina and the Red Kachina. So basically, I'm just going to read it to you instead of trying to paraphrase it, because it's pretty it's not that long. But all right, so okay, it says, in the final days we will look up in our heavens, and we will witness the return of two brothers. Okay, here we are with the two things again, who helped create this world in the birthing time. As I've always said, if you go back to Genesis 1, go to the Names of God translation Bible, you will see it says the Elohim created the heavens and the earth. Again, the Elohims are the lower gods, little g gods, okay? Enki, Enlil. Okay, they created our avatar. Let's get that straight, okay? Father, Source, the creator of all and everything, okay? That is our true Father. Our spirit's with him always, but our soul is trapped here, unfortunately. But we're just about to get out of that. So anyway, continue. Who've helped create this world in the birthing time. Pogen Hoya is the guardian of our North Pole, and his brother Palonga Huya is the guardian of the South Pole. In the final days, the blue star Kachina will come to be with his nephews, and they will return the Earth to its natural rotation, which is counterclockwise. Now, I just want to stop there because this is very interesting. I've also done videos on apocrypha books or like extra Jewish books like the book of, Jubilees, or the book of Yasha. I can't remember which one it's in, but it talks about 7 days before the flood of Noah, there was a massive earthquake, like literally massive, which apparently Noah freaked out, ran up to Enoch and was like, what's going on? And Noah was like, the earth is tilted on an axis. Okay, so that's when that crap happened. And apparently that's why from that moment on, the clocks went clockwise. But our natural rotation, as it says here, is counterclockwise. So it's going to go back to the right way. And remember the article not so long ago, I think it was a month ago or so, or 2 months ago, where it was saying that they've found a place in Antarctica where time goes backwards. People like reverse age and everything like this. So there you go. Has a lot to do with too, I think, remember, when was it? I think it was last year. Yeah, last year. Saturn's rings were going to disappear and they weren't going to come back for like 7 years or something. They didn't actually disappear. They just straightened out. Now, I've always said that Saturn was a broadcasting station, and the wobble on the rings was, like a record player, and that was beaming crap down. And, and basically, I think since 2020, yeah, those rings probably settled down and the broadcasting became more clear and we were able to start seeing through stuff now. Anyway, I digress. Okay, in the final days, the blue star Kachina will come to be with his nephews and they'll return to the earth to its natural rotation, which is counterclockwise. This fact is evident in many petroglyphs that speak of the zodiac, and within the Mayan and Egyptian pyramids. The rotation of the earth has been manipulated by not so benevolent star beings. Okay, so the rotation of the earth has been messed up by some bad guys. The twins will be seen in our western skies. They will come and visit to see who still remembers the original teachings, flying in their patu wotas, or flying shields. I must have missed that when I first read. Oh my goodness, brothers and sisters. Okay. They will bring many of their staff family with them for the final days. Now, I want to stop here. I'm just going to highlight that so I know where I'm up to. Total sidetrack. But see how it says here they will come to visit and to see who remembers the original teachings in their flying shields. Check this out. Like I said, I must have missed that the first time I did this, but right down the end of my document, I had this little download right before I finished up, and I just got to read it to you. I know it's a bit of a detour, but you know me. Detour, not decor. Okay. Revelation 21. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them. And they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them, and be their God. And God shall wipe away all the tears from their eyes. And there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. Now this is what I've added to this. I believe the New Jerusalem coming down from heaven, remembering that the kingdom of heaven is within us, is actually going to be what we would call UFO mothership. And the Isra elites have infiltrated and twisted the truth so as to create a narrative, script, doctrine for the billions of Christians that live in an inverted, upside-down version of reality. Hence why our avatar creators, the Elohim, made it so that our eyes project everything upside down first. This is where the narrative of the aliens are really fallen angels BS comes into full force. Okay, this is the narrative that billions of Christians push. They say they're not really aliens, they're fallen angels. Okay, so there's a massive narrative there. This is purely evil, because just by using common sense, you should know by now that these so-called aliens that have been very present in our lives now, so there's no denying that they don't exist, have had a very long time to have made us into slaves or to hurt us in some way, if their actual intentions were evil. And it's extremely obvious by now that they're here to actually help us. Prime example, you see men like shooting off missiles and stuff, and then you see the little aliens like circling around it, and they'll destroy the head of the missile. They've stopped the reason. Okay, little side rant again. The rule was that everyone was to leave us alone, okay? Humans alone. We were supposed to get it on and do it ourselves, but we messed up, okay? And what happened was when Hiroshima was dropped, that infiltrated into other places, okay? And now, because it's in their territory, now they have to intervene. And this is where all those messages, the crop circles, that alien message that came across the BBC in 1974, right on news time, prime time, they've been warning us. They're saying, get it together, otherwise we're going to have to come down and intervene and help. And this is literally what's happening, brothers and sisters. So, so the Hopi prophecy speaks of this. The blue Kachina showed itself in 2017, and it was a warning for the next 7 years. After that, the Red Kachina will arrive, and it has, like I just showed you. That's what it is, brothers and sisters. It's not Nibiru. It's not, well, Nibiru is another name for the crossing, or Nibiru's actually been quite misdiagnosed. It's actually more like a mothership than it is a planet or anything like that, okay? The Red Kachina will arrive, and it has big time, and this is literally the final countdown to the end. In the 90s, I believe, George Bush Sr. made a famous speech about an existential threat from outside our world that would unite humanity to come together to fight against it. In other words, the elites have been pre-programming Christians and everybody else to believe that any contact or appearance or arrival of so-called aliens would be seen as a threat rather than what they actually are. Our saviors, brothers and sisters. We have to get real here. This is not an offense against Father in heaven. This is not offense against Yeshua, Jesus, right? Because Jesus himself said, you will do greater things than I have done. Jesus wasn't here to save you. He was here to awaken you to the truth. It's the truth that sets you free, brothers and sisters. All these Christians still waiting on a rapture. They're waiting on the escape because it's like, oh, my life sucks. I want to be out of here. It's not about that. It's about going inside yourself, that kingdom of heaven, literally where Jesus said it was, and realizing that everything you need is within you. Like, you are literally a part of Father, a part of Source. You are so valued and so worthy and all the things, okay? All right. Okay, so they want Christians to believe that the arrival of aliens would be seen as a threat. Actually, what they are is our saviors bringing the new heavens and the new earth to us. Okay? No wonder they want us to rebel against it. Let's look at the final battle of the ages. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog, Magog, and to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is in the sands of the sea. Who else could that be, brothers and sisters, other than Christians, Christianity as a whole? That is the number of sands of the sea. There's nobody else, there's not a big enough group in the world that can be that kind of thing. And so I'm putting a theory out there that the elites have pre-programmed the this narrative of this new Jerusalem coming down from heaven is actually going to be is actually what's happening right now. It's actually happening right now. So I hope I'm making sense to you, because it goes on to say, and they went up to the breadth of the earth. Okay, so all these people, like all these Christians, are going to come together with the government and stuff like this and fight against the new Jerusalem coming down from earth, because they think it's a UFO mothership and the aliens are coming to get them. Do you get what I'm saying, and how significant this is, and why this Red Kachina thing and this everything is happening the way it is at the moment, brothers and sisters? It's and then they're going to encompass the camp of the saints about and the beloved city. So that's the new Jerusalem, brothers and sisters. And guess what happens? And fire comes down from God out of heaven and devours them. That right there, brothers and sisters, that will be what I think the final event, the solar shift, the solar flash, the rapture, the ascension, whatever you want to call it. This verse here, and fire came down from God out of heaven and devoured them, is literally going to be the split of and the total annihilation and destruction of evil, like instantly, like, particle, poof, done. It's going to be like that, brothers and sisters. And then, because there is not one grain of a disease of evil left, can you imagine how quickly how quickly this earth, this beautiful terra that we live on, how quickly it will flourish to its primal, original beauty. Brothers and sisters, oh my goodness. And like Father says, no more pain, no more disease, and the former things of old will be forgotten. Guess why? This is the Medbeds, brothers and sisters. This is the Medbeds. And this, again, is a perfect example of 3D or 4D. You get on the negative or the positive train, brothers and sisters. The negative one is the rapture, the 7-year tribulation, the apocalypse, the end of days, and all that crap. You're going to go down that. You're going to get all that because it's your belief. You have no idea how strong your belief and your wordings and your thoughts are. They rule and dictate everything you do. Okay? Or you can be on the 4D, which realizes that we've been BS'd big time about what the Bible, what Jesus was actually meaning and trying to get across, and really his purpose, that's been so twisted and infiltrated for good reason, because like it says in the Bible that, these evil people have the keys to the kingdom, but they can't go in, so they'll be damn sure making sure no one else gets in either. So they do it in the greatest way possible by infiltrating the Bible. And by Christians believing that the Bible is the infallible word of God, that's what's going to that's what's imprisoning them. Anyway, so the reason I was saying the 3D and 4D, because on the 4D, the medbed, right? The medbeds have been hoarded and kept in use for the elites, to keep them young, to keep them going on and on and on and on and on, right? And that's going to be given to us. Now, these medbeds work in 3 functions. First one is disease, getting rid of all disease. It's like a 3-minute scan through frequency and energy, which is our original way that we were created, will heal you. 3 minutes, perfect. The second one is an age reversal. 80-year-old woman goes in there, comes out a 30-year-old. The last one, brothers and sisters, is a trauma removal. So this is where there'll be no more pain. The former things are passed away and forgotten. This is it, brothers and sisters. We've just been skewiffed into the what it actually means. But it just makes so much sense to me that the aliens, okay, aliens just another word for strangers. I am, pardon me, I'm at total peace and have no, fear or worry or, everything is the way it should be, brothers and sisters. But the problem is this whole, if you want to use the term Laodiceanness of people, don't be lukewarm. Get on 3D or 4D. Stop going, It's really running out of time. And I know, all of us have been saying that for years, but this is for real, for real, for reals. We're seeing the simulation. We're seeing the programming. We're seeing the sky falling apart. The Hunger Games, that King Kong movie, wherever, when they pierced the sky, you can see it was all a grid. It's all, brothers and sisters, I know it's hard to believe, but come on. The evidence is just piled and stacked and overflowing by now. It's overflowing by now. Don't be scared of being a Berean and seeing if it indeed is true what you believe. Perfect example. I want to share this perfect example. Oh my goodness, this blew I literally cried when I found this. My parents are very devout Seventh-day Adventists, right? Very, very devout. And they have a prophetess called Ellen White, and she's written a whole heap of books, and they hold her very high. Some people even hold her higher than the Bible, right? Very, very high. Anyway, so, I'm trying to tell Mum that Matthew 24 has already been fulfilled, okay? The Great Tribulation, a time never was worse before or never will be worse afterwards, implying that there's going to be time afterwards, so it's not the end of time. And, the 3.5 years, that's exactly the time that Romans came, and tried to destroy the temple, etc., etc. And I tell her all the time, there's great historians, Josephus, which is one of the most respected Jewish Roman historians that we have. He writes about this. There's oil paintings and stuff from back then about the witnesses of the chariots in the sky, and the rapture and all that. What do you call it? Has already happened, brothers and sisters. What we're waiting for now is the end, the end, the end, the end. The new heaven, the new earth thing, okay? But anyway, so in Josephus' writing, he's like, no one would believe me unless for the fact that, this was witnessed by so many people that there was chariots in the sky and they were having the war in heaven and stuff like this. And this goes with Matthew 22 when it says the king had a wedding for his son. He, prepared a wedding for his son and, asked people to come. And everyone said, oh, sorry, I've got stuff to do. And then he's like, oh, well, I'll send my son. Surely they'll reverence him. And they ended up killing him. And then it goes on to say this made the king wroth. And he came down and he burned up all their city. Okay? This is what it's talking about. And anyway, so Josephus writes in great detail. He even said that there was a great light that shone in the above the temple, not temple, I can't remember the temple. A cow had given, a heifer had given birth to a lamb. What else was there? Oh, the big doors for the temple, which takes 20 men to actually open, just flew open at midnight. This is all recorded, not just by Josephus, but by other people. Anyway, the reason this is so amazing is I've been trying to tell her this for years, and I don't have a printer here, and she lives out where there's no like internet reception and stuff. So I keep forgetting to like go to the library and print it out for her. But in my research, guess what? I came across one of their greatest books from Ellen G. White, and it's called The Great Controversy. It's like literally the bestseller. Like, I have to admit, it was a pretty good book. It's more like historical than anything. But there's a chapter there called The Destruction of Jerusalem. And would you believe it or not, Ellen White, word for word, quotes Josephus, and in much more detail. And I'm like, oh my goodness, Father, you couldn't have put a more perfect golden coin in my hand. But that's a massive sidetrack. So I just wanted to add that bit about the UFOs because of what we're seeing here for the Hopi. Okay, they're going to come in their flying shields. So that's my thing. It fits perfectly with my theory of the UFO mothership is really, or Nibiru is really, the kingdom of, you know what I'm saying, is really God's throne, basically, and it's going to chill up until, evil's destroyed, and then it's going to come and we're going to start this beautiful new heaven and earth. Okay. And they will bring many of their star families with them in the final days. The return of the blue star Kachina, who is also known as Nangar Sohu, will be the alarm clock that tells us of the new day and the new way of life. A new world that's coming. This is where the changes will begin. They will start as fires that will burn within us, and we will burn up with desire and conflict if we do not remember the original teachings and return to the peaceful way of life. Not far behind the twins will come the purifier, the red star Kachina, who will bring the day of purification. On this day, the earth, her creatures, and all life as we know it will change forever. There will be messengers that precede this coming of the purifier. They will leave messages to those on earth who will remember the old ways. The messages will be found written in the living stone through the sacred grains and even the waters. And then in brackets it says crop circles have been found in ice. From the purifier will issue forth a great red light. All things will change in their manner of being. Every living creature will be offered the opportunity to change from the largest to the smallest thing. That's exactly what I was explaining with that Fatima prophecy. The two celestial bodies will collide, and in that moment, every man, woman, and child will be given the opportunity to have a second chance to change. And this is a ancient Indian Hopi prophecy, okay? Those who return to the ways given to us in the original teachings and live in a natural way of life will not be touched by the coming of the purifier. They will survive and build the new world. Only in the ancient teachings will the ability to understand the messages be found. It is important to understand that these messages will be found upon every living thing, even within our bodies, even within a drop of our blood. All life forms will receive the messages from the twins, those that fly, the plants, even the rabbits. The appearance of the twins begins a period of 7 years, which will be our final opportunity to change our ways. Okay, 7 years is very important because I've got a video I want to show you at the end of this that says it started in 2017. Everything we experience is all a matter of choice. Many will appear to have lost their souls in these final days. So intense will the nature of the changes be that those that are weak in spiritual awareness will go insane, for they are nothing without spirit. They will disappear, for all they are is just hollow vessels anything to use. Life will be so bad in the cities that many will choose to leave this plane, some in whole groups. Only those that return to the value of the old ways will be able to find peace of mind. For in the earth we shall find relief from the madness that will be all around us. It will be a very hard time for women with children, just like, for they will be shunned. And many of the children in these times will be unnatural. Some being from the stars, some being from past worlds. Some will even be created by man in this unnatural manner. That's cloning for sure. And will be soulless. Many of the people in this time will be empty in spirit. They will have sampako, no life force in their eyes. As we get close to the time of the arrival of the purifier, there will be those that walk as ghosts through the city, through canyons, and they will have constructed in their man-made mountains. Through canyons they will have constructed in their man-made mountains. Those that walk through these places will be very heavy in their walk. It will appear almost painful as they take each step, for they will be disconnected from their spirit and the earth. After the arrival of the twins, they will begin to vanish before your eyes like so much smoke. Yes, Joel 2 says that too, doesn't it? Let's have a quick look. I'm positive Joel 2 says something like that. Yeah, a fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame. The land is of the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wasteland. Oh, see? 3D, 4D, baby. You pick. You want that fire and flame, or do you want the Garden of Eden? Oh, right, where was I? Yeah. Others will have great deformities. And in the Apocrypha, in the second book of Ezra, it says that too, that women will be giving birth to great monsters and stuff like this, both in mind and upon their bodies. There will be those who would walk in the body that are not from this reality. For many of the gateways that were once protected us will be opened. There will be much confusion between sexes, funny that, and children and their elders. Life will get very perverted, and there'll be very little social order in this time. Many will ask for the mountains themselves to fall upon them just to end their misery. Still, others will appear as if untouched by what is occurring. Me, a perfect example. My life is so beautiful. The days are so beautiful here. Like, I'm just so light and so at peace and so like, I don't have much. I've got hardly any money at all. I'm just making it, from week to week. But it's like this massive realization that doesn't matter, because I'm like this little kid waiting for the greatest Christmas day ever, which is coming so soon, that I'm going to have all the presents in the whole universe that I could ever imagine. But I just got to be a little bit patient, which is so hard for me because I'm the biggest I can't wait girl in the world. But yeah, anyway. So yes, still others will appear as if untouched by what is occurring. The ones who remember the original teachings have reconnected their hearts and spirits. Those who remember who their mother and father is, the Pahana, who have left to live in the mountains and forest. When the purifier comes, we will see him first as a small red star, which will come very close and sit in our heavens watching us. Sit in our heavens watching us, brothers and sisters. Sit in our heavens watching us. I gotta make sure that I click on it so I watching us to see how well we have remembered the sacred teachings. Nearly done. This purifier will show us many miraculous signs in our heaven. In this way, we will know Creator is not a dream. Even those who do not feel their connection to spirit will see the face of the Creator across the sky. Things unseen will be felt very strongly. Many things will begin to occur that will not make sense, for reality will be shifting back in and out of the dream state. And I've been talking to my dear sister, Linda. We've been talking a lot about dreams lately, and I mentioned to her that it's getting very hard. I used to dream all the time about like just random, things that my brain concocted. But in the last 2 or 3 months, all of my dreams are starting to become more and more harder for me to distinguish. Now, did that happen in real life, or was that my dream? Like, it's becoming more real. Like, it's hard to explain, but so when I read that, reality will be shifting in and out of dream state. There will be many doorways to the lower world that will open at this time. Things long forgotten will come back to remind us of our past creations. All living things will want to be present for this day when the time comes, and we will enter the forever cycle of the fifth world, the fifth dimension, baby, the fifth dimension, the new heaven and the new earth. I'm telling you, babe. I'm telling you, my beautiful brothers and sisters, the forever cycle. There's no more 365 days is 1 year or unit of measurement. It's a forever cycle, brothers and sisters. None of this crap. And we're going to have the biggest laugh when we all come out of this dream and this actually happens, because we're all going to remember instantly. We're all going to laugh and go, yes, that's right. That's right. You and I made a pact that we would, meet in the world and, chat and, brothers and sisters, this is gold. This is really, really, really gold. And a shout out to all the people that chose the contract of coming down here and going through some trauma and going through real hard life, because you guys, you got some good stuff coming. Some crowns, some jewels. Oh my goodness, the party, brothers and sisters. Can you imagine the party? Trump, doesn't he want to do on July 4th for your Independence Day? Doesn't he want to make it a whole celebration for the whole month or something like that? Because when you look in the Bible too, there was a couple, I think it was Hezekiah. He literally made a party go for 2 weeks. So imagine the party for the fifth world. Forever. We're going to be forever partying. It's just going to be the perfect ever. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so glad to feel this again. I've sort of tried to put it aside because it's so overwhelming, all the information, and every second, it feels like every minute the news changes, and I want to put a little shout out. I know a lot of people are dirty on TikTok or whatever, for whatever reasons, right? But I really, really, really encourage you, if you're one of these old school people, please download that TikTok app. After a while of you watching and choosing what you want to watch, there's search bars and everything like that. The algorithm makes everything more to what you want to watch anyway. So, don't worry about you having to watch stupid little dancing videos and stuff. You can go on there and look, but the news and information from TikTok, I'm telling you, has saved the world. That is what literally saved us and awakened us, so many people, because this platform here that I'm on is so censored, and you've got to be so careful with this, and you're only allowed to talk about this kind of stuff. It is like that on TikTok, but the information, when the Maui fires and all that kind of stuff was going on, you wouldn't see the same stuff you saw on TikTok. You had real life people there showing you what was going on, and then you'd go to the mainstream television news and it was nothing like that. The amount of times my mum says, I've never seen that. And I'm like, I know, because the media is the virus. But anyway, I digress. We will receive many warnings allowing us to change our ways from below the earth as well as above. Then one morning, in a moment, we will awaken to the red dawn. The skies will be the colour of blood, and many things will begin to happen that right now we are not sure of their exact nature, for much of reality will not be as it is now. There will be many strange beasts upon the earth in those days, some from the past and some that we have never seen. The nature of mankind will appear strange in these times when we walk between the worlds. See, the worlds. 4D, 4D, okay? And we will house many spirits even within our bodies. After a time, we will again walk with our brothers from the stars and rebuild this earth, but not until the purifier has left his mark upon the universe. So there you go. So maybe, brothers and sisters, that's what it is. Maybe that's what the rapture is. Maybe it is shall we call it a UFO alien abduction? Where they're literally like, oh my goodness, maybe that's exactly what it is. Maybe that's why they make alien abduction sound so scary or whatever. So, when this time comes and we go for the split, the bad people or the evil people or the fearful and doubters go one way, whereas we literally get beamed up into, oh yes, that would make sense. That's why the people left below who have witnessed this say, oh my goodness, see, I told you they were evil. It's evil, it's evil. They've all been taken from the evil motherships. Oh my goodness, this makes so much sense, brothers and sisters. That's what's going to happen. We're going to be beamed up. We're going to be beamed up into the ships, brothers and sisters. We're going to be looked after, protected. Oh my goodness, I've just remembered a dream I've just had. Oh my goodness, and I've talked about this dream once before. And oh my goodness, and in my dream I was in like this blimp type machine, and I was like the chosen people. There was probably about 15 other people in this blimp, and for some reason my job was to sprinkle seasoning over people, on walking on the ground and stuff, who were going to be chosen. I don't know why that just popped into my head, but oh my goodness, that's amazing. Okay, so yes, I'll propose that to you, that we're actually going to be beamed up. We're going to be like zapped up into these ships. The earth is going to do its thing and clear out its evil and, and burn and do all the things, because fire is a purifier. Exactly what the Red Kachina will do. Oh, brothers and sisters. Oh, man, how am I going to get stuff done today? But yeah. Okay, so no living thing will go untouched here or in the heavens. The way through this time, it is said, is to be found in our hearts. Yes, Father says that too. And reuniting with our spiritual self, getting simple and returning to living with and upon the earth and in harmony with her creatures, remembering that we are the caretakers, the firekeepers of the spirits. Our relatives from the stars are coming home to see how well we have fared on our journey. Wow, brothers and sisters, wow. I'm beaming. Okay. I am absolutely... Oh my goodness, brothers and sisters, we are getting so close. My timer just went off. I just roasted a sweet potato for my lunch, so I'm going to leave it at that. I hope this video blesses you. I wanted to get it out today because I won't be able to do anything from now until probably Monday. And hopefully on Monday night or on Sunday night, I will get to making this other video which will show you proof of literally, I can prove to you, brothers and sisters, I want to show you this now, but I won't because I'll get sidetracked, that the great and dreadful day of the Lord was pinned to 70 AD, and there's scriptural proof of that. It's so exciting. I can't wait. And it's not a bad thing, brothers and sisters. Like I said, all this means is we're just in the wrong time frame. But the great thing, the even better thing is it means we are, basically what I'm saying is we're a lot closer than we think we are. Like a lot closer. So I'll leave you with that little nugget. I hope this video has blessed you. Look into, your own stuff about the Hopi, Hopi prophecy, okay, about the Red Kachina. It's K-A and then China. Oh, all right, I love you, brothers and sisters. I pray that Father blesses you. I pray that Yeshua blesses you. I pray that you are abundantly blessed, that you are joyful, happy, healthy, well, and I'm so excited for this show to be over and for us to all, reunite and have this awesome party. All right, God bless you. Love you. Bye.